the difference between buying a home versus a condo in 2022. Really what to expect, what things to look out for, and try to help you determine which way is going to be a better fit for you. I want to buy real estate. I don't know which way to go, especially in the city of San Francisco when there's so many different neighborhoods. We really have about 100 different neighborhoods just in the city of San Francisco alone. This also pertains to different areas outside East Bay, down in Peninsula, as well as Marin County. So this advice is going to help you really determine which way is going to be a better fit for you. Single family homes are always going to be a better investment. When you look at the graphs, they are much more stable in prices. You know, when you're looking at it, you can see they're always going to be fluctuating, but you don't have the severe ups and downs that you might see in the condo market. Now, when I talk about condos, especially in San Francisco, we also have tenancy in common as well as stock cooperatives or co-ops. So different types of ownership, but let's just say they're units, right? You're going to have more volatility within the highs and the lows of prices within the units. So condos, TICs, and co-ops versus homes. Homes are always going to be a better investment, but it really comes down to what can you afford? What do you want to have as your daily lifestyle? How are you getting to work? What is your local neighborhood feeling like? In the city of San Francisco alone, we have over 100 different neighborhoods. All of them are different. They all have different personalities within, or character really, within that sort of that neighborhood, right? And it really comes down to what is your vibe? What is, you know, the lifestyle that you want to have when you purchase your home. There is a big difference between buying a single family home over there in the Sunset for, you know, 1.5 million versus having a lifestyle that might be more suited towards you in Pacific Heights, Castro, Marina, wherever, South Beach. Now, when you look at the single family homes, yes, of course they're going to be a better investment. You are not subject to an HOA. You're not subject to other people within your building. Now, when you look at old single family homes in the city, you're talking about homes that could be new, but most likely, especially in some of the older neighborhoods, it could be 100-year-old property. We're talking about wood structures, right? And what is the one thing that we need to make sure of regarding wood structures? A, we don't want water intruding into the property. So we need to make sure that we do our due diligence within the property. We want to make sure that that roof is not leaking, because once water gets into the property, you know, we got dry rot issues. We don't want pest issues. You know, we have powder post beetles. We also have subterranean termites here in the city. So we want to make sure that the structure is nice and solid. Then we look at foundation. Right? Now, cracks in foundation don't really bother me, but when you have a slip in the concrete, we got issues. That means the structural integrity of the building is really in question. I don't see that much, but I have come across it. Some of my buyers have purchased properties with those, but they're getting a good deal and it's the right fit for them. But we need to make sure we do our due diligence to make sure that there's nothing really at issue, or those issues, we understand them completely and we understand how we're going to rectify those issues if the buyer's going to go forward, right? So when it comes down to single family homes, it's a better investment. However, it might limit you to where you want to live, right? It's a lifestyle thing. So we want to make sure that, you know, you're buying something that you want to be in, because you might want to raise a family there. It might be in the good school district. It might be, you know, just something that you really want to achieve. You know, it could be like me, where I need parking, right? I have too many cars, but they are my passion, right? So you want to make sure that, you know, your goals are really being achieved with a single family home, right? So we look at the roof, we look at the wood structure, we look at the foundation, and we want to make sure all of that is disclosed. We understand it. If there's issues, we know how to resolve it. And at the end of the day, the single family home is always going to be the better investment compared to a condo, a home, or a TIC. And let's just talk about condos real quick, right? A condo is where you own the walls in, and then there's an HOA that runs the entire building, right? They maintain the roof, the structure, they have the master insurance policy, but there's also the HOA, which is going to really determine sort of the house rules. So if you want to renovate your unit, for instance, you want to put wood floors in, there are going to be guidelines and requirements for you to be able to do this. You have an oversight body that's really going to limit you what you can or cannot do, right? It's just sort of a step, a process, but it really ensures the safety of the building, also the integrity of the building, and make sure that you don't do anything silly like remove bearing walls that are going to affect other people. So it makes a lot of sense, right? The benefit of an HOA is, some people are like, well, I want a single family home. I don't want to pay the HOA. Well, single family home, you're still paying insurance. You're still paying for water, trash, and then maintenance. Roofs cost money. Now with the HOA, those costs are typically offset by the HOA fee. You're paying the HOA, it could be $500 or more easily, but the HOA is required to maintain the building. They're gonna keep the reserves. They're gonna maintain, the hallways, the building, the integrity of the building. And so for you don't have to really deal with, a trash bill or a water bill, for instance. It's just a matter of what makes sense for you. I think the difference is, there's a trade-off, right? Single family home, you could easily be in the Sunset, but is that the lifestyle that you want, or Excelsior or some of these other neighborhoods? More on the fringe of the city, on the surrounding parts of the city, typically towards the ocean, typically south. Is that the type of lifestyle that you want? Or do you really want to be in the throes of it, Some people absolutely just love these neighborhoods. They want to be in, it's very specific. They want to be in Haight-Ashbury, Cole Valley. They want to be in Pacific Heights. And if that's the case, well, that's the lifestyle that you want. It's a lifestyle decision, and you are okay with getting into, a condo, TIC, or co-op because, it will resonate with you. People buy real estate on emotion a lot of the times. Yes, it checks all the boxes, but they love the unit. They see themselves in there, and that's really how they want to live. So really, when you compare the two, a house versus a condo, I think, once again, the house is going to be a more stable investment, but is it really going to afford you the lifestyle that you want at the price point that you could afford in those neighborhoods? Versus saying, okay, well, I'm going to not really sacrifice, but I'm going to be in those neighborhoods that I want, and it's going to be a condo, and I'm okay with that. So I hope this video has helped you to give you a little bit of direction in what you want to achieve in your lifestyle within the city. Because remember, San Francisco is a lifestyle city. It is a world-class city, and my clients, I really want them to love where they end up. Nothing really, I would say nothing really means more to me than the testimonials of some of my clients and just the absolute appreciation, and that I know I've delivered for them what they were, because I changed people's lives. And to me, that is absolutely the best feeling, to where, they get the keys to that property and they are thrilled because they are, achieving their goals. They're going to have a lifestyle they want. They're going to absolutely love it. So I hope this information has been helpful for you. Make sure that you're following me and subscribing so I could provide you more information, more insight into the market. And thank you so much for watching.